Hello my geeky guys and gals, Mars Geek here. I'm not doing a webcam on this one because there have just a lot of things happening recently, and so when I did the last vlog about the hard drive dying, I could only render that video on the Mac, and it took 6 hours to render that video, so I want to keep things short and sweet and simple and get the video up as soon as possible. Now, I know it's been a week since I posted that video and nothing's happened since then, and I'm not really communicating much on Twitter because really nothing much has happened. But I just want to keep you in the loop right now. What has happened is that I was wanting to get a hard drive as cheap as possible, so rather than going on the good old Amazon, I went on to eBay instead, if I can say it right, and I found a good couple of hard drives on there, 3 gigas, which were going really cheap. I thought, yeah, okay, cool, let's go grab that. And in between time, I went to a few data recovery companies and see what the costs are for data recovery. And the cheapest one I got was 195 quid. Ain't no way in my financial situation right now I can afford 195 quid. But I did get an interesting email from one of the companies saying that what they believe that's failed is the read-write head of the actual hard drive itself. So there's a very good possibility that the data on the platters themselves are intact. So it might actually be recoverable. So my first thought was I would get 2 3 gigas from eBay, because the price that they were listed at was within my price range. I could do it. And I would try and take out the disk platters from the inside of one of the good hard drives and replace it with the platters from the failed hard drive, and hopefully I'd be able to get all my data back. Ain't no problem. Straight back into it, straight back recording, straight back editing, and Bob's your uncle. But things didn't turn out that way. The first hard drive that I bid for, someone took it right at the last second, and I didn't set up a high enough budget for it, so bang went that one. I saw a 4 terabyte hard drive, sorry. Been killing it all, saying it all, there's gigas earlier, there's terabytes. You know what I mean, they're 3 terabyte drives, not 3 gigabytes. Not fucking 2000 anyway. So I saw a 4 terabyte drive, and it was initially within my budget, but right down to the last minute, it suddenly shot up and it was well out my budget, so I had to leave that one. I was down to my last hard drive, last 3 terabyte hard drive, and I only just managed to get it, and it was only just within my budget. So I've got one replacement hard drive that's winging its way to me right now as we speak, but I don't want to take the risk of taking out the platters from that drive, sticking in the platters from the old drive, and getting the data back, because if I scratch it, if I do any slightest damage to the platters at all, I've destroyed 2 hard drives. Not just the one that's failed, but also the good hard drive, and I'm wasting my money, so I don't want to do that. So, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to recreate all my video project files in Adobe Premiere, redo the thumbnail templates, re-download all my games again, and then I'm going to be back into it. One tiny little plus thing that has come about though is thanks to the Steam Summer Sale, I have managed to get Resident Evil 7 and Prey, 2 really good games I've been looking forward to play for a very long time. So once I do get the replacement hard drive in my hands, and I can get all the games downloaded, I'm going to be focusing mostly on Cry of Fear, finishing off Outlast 2, starting Resi 7, and starting Prey. Now I know that Subnautica Voice of the Deep update is also landing, and so I want to do a couple of videos on that as well. And then I'll do a couple of indie games, but it's going to take me a little while to get into it. So everyone that has been following me so far, thank you so much for the patience from the bottom of my heart. I really, really do appreciate you sticking around all this time, and I will be back into it as soon as possible. Now, another game that I intend to play soon as well is PlayerUnknown. I haven't yet got anyone set up to do co-op with me as of yet, because I've not really tweeted out about it, because I can't do anything with that dud hard drive. But whether I do co-op or whether I do single, I am definitely going to be playing that game as my next purchase, because That's the kind of thing I live for. I have seen a few gameplay videos and it's like, yeah, it's like juicy like a fresh pineapple. So I'll be playing that as soon as I can. Anyway, I just want to wrap this up. This is a nice short and sweet little game video that I wanted to do. Thanks so much for being patient with me while I go through this little hard drive crisis, and I'll be back as soon as I can. So for the time being, my geeky guys and gals, bye-bye for now.